Whoa. There's a lot of butterflies in here. Hey, mate.
Hold up, let me reset. Living in the matrix, use the sequence. This feeling I'm feeling is brand new. This is the moment I break through.
Welcome back to a vision experiment with me, Ty, talking everything Apple Vision Pro, spatial computing, applications, accessories, and more. And I'd like to welcome many new Apple Vision Pro owners now that the M5 version of Vision Pro is out, and also welcoming back previous watchers to the channel. I hope you are very much excited for what's to come in this video, because we are going to be looking at a handful of applications that you can download right now on Apple Vision Pro's App Store. Quickly, I've got something to tell you guys. So, it's official, a vision experiment is now on Patreon. Now, what does that mean? That basically means that you've got the opportunity to join the AVE spatial community. That means an exclusive club of enthusiasts in the world of XR, spatial computing, all being able to talk a lot more about what it means and what you love about this type of tech. It also means you get exclusive access to stuff from the channel, from mini vlogs, spatial downloads, and you also get the opportunity when they come around to get exclusive merchandise and be able to do Q&As and one-on-ones. I'll try my best to support you guys in as many ways as possible, giving you some amazing content along the way that is only available on Patreon. With that, we've got 3 different tiers of membership. You can do free, but if you are part of the bronze, silver, or gold membership tiers, it opens up a lot of other opportunities. I really look forward to catching you over on Patreon, and if you do like this video and you do like these videos, liking and subscribing is super important. All of this helps to support the channel, and I'm going to stop waffling. Let's carry on with the video. So we're going to be looking at a handful of applications, and we're going to jump into the headset to check some of these applications out. Now, some of these are going to be free, some of these are going to be paid, but not too expensive. And some of these are going to be free with in-app purchase. So just so you're aware, and that I'm being open and transparent, none of these apps are sponsored, and no one has paid me in any way or given me free access to these particular apps on the main App Store. These are all in the App Store. None of these are in test flight, so you can go and download these right now for yourself. So with that, let's get inside the headset. So welcome inside Vision Pro. We've got a variety of applications here. Some are a little bit more comprehensive than others. Some are a little bit more for well-being. We've got some games. We've got some very kind of like short but sweet experiences, but they are definitely very interesting to check out. Some are also educational as well, and I think that you'll probably like a few of these applications. So let's jump in and have a look. And with Halloween just upon us, let's check out Spooky Vision. So Spooky Vision, if you are scared of spiders, I do not recommend this application. But it's a real quick one just to get into the spirit of Halloween. Nothing too crazy. Let's check it out. Ooh. Spooky Vision isn't really that interactive. In all honesty, it's just a little bit of fun. It's completely free to download on the App Store. If you want to experience what it's like this Halloween season, go and check it out. Next up is 2 applications, both in a similar vein for a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxation. I'm going to start off with Soothing Boids. So this is Soothing Boids. It's very much a kind of experience, sounds, feelings, something that you don't do too much of, but it's definitely very, very cool. And again, it's free on the App Store to download. Let's start with my favorite one, which is Noir.
Welcome You're here now, in a quiet room, with glowing shapes drifting around you. Before you begin, notice how you feel in this moment. Whatever is present.
Now, as you can see, these are very interactive, kind of almost schools of shapes. They've kind of got this sort of iridescence about them, very, very similar to the relaxation application that is on Apple Vision Pro as standard, and something that I really, really enjoy playing around with it. Even though there isn't a lot to it, it's very calming, very soothing, and definitely something you should check out. I'll show you a couple of other kind of like parts of the experience, but what I don't want to do is kind of ruin it for you guys, to give you a chance to go and have a look at it for yourself and see whether you really find it as calming as I do. And that was Soothing Boids. Go and check it out on the App Store on Apple Vision Pro right now. Next, we're going to look at Lungy. Lungy is one of my favorite applications and something that I didn't find until more recently, so I need to explore it a little bit more. Now, you can download it and it has got in-app purchase or subscription kind of options to it, so be mindful that even though this is something you can access, when we go into the application, you'll see that there are some things that are locked. So in that sense, you know, you've got to be aware that not everything here in terms of experience is accessible. But again, these are sensory kind of things. These are things that try and make you feel maybe more calm or give you a bit of stress relief. I actually really enjoy the inflatable letters. That is a fantastic one. And then the chroma fluid is very cool as well. So let's jump into inflatable letters and see what that's like. So the sounds, the noise from interacting with the letters is really, really kind of quite fun. And you can do so many things. You can kind of pull them, push them, prod them. You can even pinch and inflate them more, which is just wild. It's really, really kind of different experience to the previous application, and does a fantastic job of the kind of the way that it's so simple yet effective. Let's go and have a look at chroma fluid. It just really shows the capabilities of Vision Pro and kind of some of the fun aspects of AR, mixed reality as well. So you've got these balls that kind of seem to just be constantly in motion, and they kind of glow whenever you touch them, and you know, you almost get a sense that you can feel it, even though there's nothing there. You know, it really is a very kind of soothing, calming feeling. And you can kind of gather these things up and really kind of like throw them around, and they've got their own kind of bounding box, but you can lift this up, like let them drop. You can make the box bigger and let the balls kind of flow. It's super fun to kind of walk around and play around with these. It's really, really chilled and relaxing, and definitely something to have a little go on when you have a bit of spare time. Next up is DaVinci Eye, and I love this because if you've seen some of the viral videos going around about people being able to basically utilize their headsets to be able to trace and create and be you know, almost like having this amazing ability to have like a template to make it as big or small as you want. Now we'll jump into it, but I've got some screen recording when I was playing around in my office earlier on in the week where I was doing some Halloween drawings. It's definitely really, really cool and worth checking out. So yeah, I did some stuff with this bat, and I was kind of playing around with some text logos. And so here's like an example. If we get the bat, and here we go, we've got the bat. You use your head to place where you want to project it. So if you wanted to kind of like place this on, say, this wall, you then do that, and then you can choose to make it as big or small as you want. And then once you've done that, you can then press OK. Once you've done that, you can literally go over, and this will help to make sure it knows exactly where it should be in terms of on the wall. And then that is set to the wall, and you can use your hand to bring up the opacity, dip the opacity, and then it's just a case of following the lines. And obviously you'll be able to basically recreate this drawing on any surface, on the floor, on the wall. I'll show you some of that right now. On to the next app, and that app is called Alive, and it is very cool. Again, maybe a little bit like Spooky Vision, but with a tiny bit more interactivity. But let's jump in and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here we can go into an aquarium, we have a cave with a spider, and we have a meadow with butterflies. Let's start with the aquarium. Wow, we've got a lot of fish in here, and they seem to be just kind of spawning more and more. You know, there is some level of interactivity, as you can see there. You know, if we kind of reach up here, they're flying, they want to get away from me. It's cool. It's got some really cool applications, and I genuinely feel like there's some ways to kind of make this a little bit more fleshed out. I think that there's definitely an opportunity to do it. Now this is cool, but obviously we're kind of missing water here, so they're like floating in air. It's a strange feeling to see fish floating in the air and not in water, but it's still cool that you can kind of reach out and interact with them. Definitely can't catch one. It's running away from me super quick. They are very, very fast, these clownfish. But let's jump out of this one and let's have a look at another one. Now, I haven't tried the cave, and I'm not really liking the idea of it, so we'll leave that to the end. Let's try meadow. And there you go, it says there, clap to break the silence, and that's the thing that I thought was really cool and really made me feel like they were more real than what they actually are. It is pretty cool. Look, you can see all of them sort of sat, you know, perched on the ceiling in this room. Some are flying around, and you can create more by just pinching, and you can fill your entire space with butterflies. It's really, really cool to see all of these creatures just flying around in the room. Again, maybe a little bit more peaceful and tranquil, gives you a little bit of relaxation when maybe there's a lot of noise in your life, and definitely really interesting. You can kind of get them to land on your hand, very much like Encounter Dinosaurs in some way. Maybe not quite as smooth in the same way, but still very cool. And when you let a lot of these butterflies kind of loose in your room, and they are everywhere. We've got some foliage around, we've got butterflies on the ceiling, on the walls, everywhere. We've got a lot. When we clap, they all move, they all get disturbed, and that's really cool. You see all these butterflies now just moving as you do this clap. They don't want to stay, and it really is quite a beautiful thing. Oh, there we go. We've got another mate. Do I dare? The cave, the cavern. Oh, I don't know. Let's go. I don't know. This is not for me. It's definitely not for me. It says, whatever you do, don't clap. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Get ready to jump. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Nah. No. Oh no, I'll let you guys enjoy this more if you love spiders, but it's definitely not for me. Flying through these apps now, let's go to Porta Nubi. It's a game, really, really cool. It's kind of a puzzle type game, and it gives you a chance to kind of use your brain a little bit more. Definitely something that I've enjoyed tinkering around with. So let's check it out. Porta Nubi. We have different kind of levels, different chapters, and there are some things you can shop for. I've completely unlocked all of this. But let's go in and have a look at, let's test ourselves. So you've got sort of floating clouds and these kind of like sort of color beams. And if you think about it, this beam needs to get to that place over there. And this blue one needs to get to this blue one over here. And there are ways to make this move, and there are ways to punch holes inside of the clouds. Now, and definitely a very fun game to sort of tinker around with. I myself find it, you know, it definitely tests your brain. And there's definitely things I haven't learnt about it yet. So realistically, I'm going to leave this to you guys. I'm not going to try and make myself look silly trying to complete this one I haven't got to yet. But I'll leave you to hopefully find some fun out of Porta Nubi. The next app is TGV Inoui, and this is a railway company in France promoting their brand new trains. So let's jump in. The TGV Inoui experience is an immersive app by Studio 84, a French media company, and they designed it for Apple Vision Pro so it offers the most realistic virtual journey on the latest TGV Inoui trains. As you can see here, it's stunning. You've got all of the seating, you get to kind of feel like you're on board the train. You've got a lot of information in front of you all about the train itself, the service, and it is probably one of the most amazing applications that I've seen on Vision Pro, utilizing obviously a lot of offering a fully immersive experience. So you're not using anything like pass-through and mixed reality AR kind of in this application. It's very much about the experience of feeling like you're actually on a TGV Inoui train. Users like me, as you can see, can explore what this train's interior is like, feel like you're sat on board the train itself and experiencing what it's like to feel like you're on a lifelike simulation of the service that they offer. One of the things that I really do like as well about this, which is really funny, is that I can bring out my Mac virtual display. I've turned on a specific setting in developer mode, which allows me to basically feel like I'm working on board a train on a journey. So even though it's made by this company, it's still got an amazing feeling, and you can change the settings to be either like you're at high speed or you want to be more comfortable. Or you can kind of basically have it come to a standstill. It's definitely really, really nice to sort of make you feel like you're on kind of a bit of a journey. You can't go anywhere and you can just sit and get on doing a bit of productivity work. That's kind of my vibe. It may not be yours, but it's definitely worth checking it out. It's free on the Vision OS App Store right now. Next, we've got Now on Vision. And Now on Vision is basically like a bit of a community application that basically shows lots of people. It's kind of like a stats type application where you can see the total amount of people that have joined the application itself. So you can see here there's 130 users. It shows whether there's any people online, how many people have connected today, and this is my second day streak using it. You can then go down here and have a look at the leaderboard and the amount of people that have been on the application for however long it's been available for and how many days, and I'm definitely not ranked at the top. I think I'm around 14 for being on here for 2 days as it stands at the moment. You can go on and have a look at how many users are registered in what countries. So we've got 49 users in the US, 14 in France, and 8 in the UK where I'm from. News, this is great to kind of keep up with news from some of the biggest tech platforms, online media. You've got 9to5Mac, Upload VR. There's lots of articles on here that are clearly being kept up to date, and obviously news specific to Vision Pro from people such as Justin Ryan and hopefully myself in the near future. As it stands at the moment, it's only kind of posting that right now, but I will be talking 100% to the developers to try and get my videos on this application. And then we've got some Vision OS development information and news, which is quite good to keep up with. Then down here is a fantastic resource for trending applications. You can have a look at what's hot, you can have a look at what's new, and you can have a look at obviously what's trending in the last 7 days, and access to where you can see it on the App Store, or whether it is a test flight app this is a really, really good resource, and I really did like this. This really actually helped me with some things for this video. Next is a really cool game called Doggy Dogfight. This is something that I've had for a little while, but it is now available on the App Store. It is a paid for app, but it's definitely something worth having a little play with if you're looking for something fun that isn't necessarily directly attached to Apple and Apple Arcade. So let's jump in really quickly. I don't want to do too long about it because I want you guys to go and check it out and have fun with it. Not only can you control it with your hands, you can also connect a controller to it, and you can use that as well. So as you can see here, Doggy Dogfight is very much about flying little planes around, and your challenges are to fly about and try and take down the enemy. There are different types of games, as you can see down here. They're not all the same, but the ones that I've played with so far are very much about search and destroy, shooting things down, and trying your best to stay alive. I would absolutely say I'm not the best at this game, and I've been trying to get better at it over time. I probably should connect my Xbox controller to it, and I can imagine there are some real pros at this game who have been using it. I unfortunately just tend to go into death spirals, and I try my best to try and kill whatever's out there. We've got some rockets, we've got some ammo, we can collect fuel. As it stands at the moment though, I try to keep just the plane level. But I have managed to shoot some things down, but I have also managed to crash on many occasions. Next, we've got Photodome, and Photodome is just an amazing way of being able to basically check out all your photos in your camera roll, the things that you sometimes forget. It gives you a really good way of being able to have a different perspective on what a camera roll should look like, and I really enjoy it, and you can have lots of different options with it, so let's jump in. So here, as you can see, you can select all photos, or you can select albums, and you can choose how you'd like to see them. There are different ways to have it, from random, rotating, grid, chaos, and bubbles. I'm going to start with rotating, so let's select that one, and then we go enter the Photodome. So here we go. So my camera roll is now basically floating around me, and there will be photos that I've completely forgot about over the year, like the time that I've had Vision Pro, that will just like appear, and I will be like, oh God, I remember that picture. I remember this scene from when I was at the Ryder Cup, and you can basically bring it towards you and have a little look. It will continue to kind of go around you, but then you can kind of select any photos and sort of bring them towards you. You can send them back to where they came from. Definitely having a look at some of the images from the Ryder Cup bring back a lot of memories. It's fantastic. There's some maybe not so happy Americans, and then we've also got little pictures of my new cat Mikey. This is the little kitten that I've now got, which is really, really cool. Having a look, we've got some shots here of him having a bit of a play. I do really like it. Go and check out Photodome in the App Store right now. Finally is the last one. It's called FT Money Machine. This is an education app, and it's definitely something that I never knew anything about. It sounds like something that could be quite boring for people that are not into necessary stuff to do with economy, economics, money, that type of stuff. But the fact that this is a recreation of a real world, let's just say analog computer, may be something that you guys might find rather interesting. The FT Money Machine is a fascinating tool. It was originally designed to help people understand the flow of money and the intricacies of the economy, which doesn't sound interesting to some people, but when you think about when this was invented, it was before people had access to computer systems.
Welcome. Let me introduce you to the FT Money Machine, an amazing contraption that's more entertaining than your average economics textbook. Bill Phillips was a mature student at the London School of Economics when he invented the machine. He had already led an eventful life. This included working in a gold mine, hunting crocodiles, and being decorated for heroism in the Second World War.
So this was able to basically simulate the economic processes. It helped you in an interactive way to grasp how complex the economy is, and by creating this digital version of the FT Money Machine, it allows you the ability to kind of get a better understanding of history of how economies work, how economies can be affected and all those moving parts, but in something that's right in front of you that you can play with yourself. It's a really, really good educational tool. That is it for the applications that I've managed to have a look through the App Store, trawling the App Store for some fun, interesting, relaxing or educational apps just for you guys to download and try out. Oh, welcome to the real world. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully that's just showed you a good amount of Vision Pro applications that you can just get right now and get straight into from some incredible Vision OS app developers. Obviously, there's going to be so much more as time goes on, and I will be bringing you more and more as that happens. Something that I wanted to mention is that you may have seen, I got my hands on the new dual knit band. I absolutely love it, and if you obviously own an M5 Vision Pro, this is what comes as standard. If you are pre-ordering this and you're waiting for it, I promise, I'm almost certain you won't regret it. I've been using this now for well over a week or so, and as far as I'm concerned, it's by far the best strap out of pretty much everything I've ever tried. There's definitely some times where I feel like I would like a tiny little bit more support at times, but really that's only on long wear sessions. For people who have been asking me as well whether this can combine well with Anna Pro as well, you absolutely can. It definitely is possible. And if you want that little bit of extra rigidity at the front of your head for support, you absolutely can do that if you want to wear this maybe without the light seal. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hitting the like button and subscribe button mean a lot, but hitting the bell next to that subscribe button means you know when new videos are dropping. And remember, I'm part of Patreon now, so if you want to join the AVE spatial community over there, I really do appreciate you supporting me and the channel to grow. And with that, I'll catch you for another video really soon.